Don't be watching these things and letting it trigger you. When you're a real black man who stands up for himself and you're honest and you got integrity, it does not matter what company, it does not matter what part of the government, it doesn't matter who. Trust me, I'm telling you, it doesn't matter who. If you stand and walk with God, no one out there, because you got to realize it's spirits, that's these entities that's, you know, influencing these people to open their mouth and say certain things or do certain things. So just know that as long as you walk with integrity, honesty, you walk with the Spirit of God, no one's going to be out there trying to violate you spiritually. If they try, even if they will try, because the Bible does say that weapons shall be fought, it will be formed, but it will not prosper. And the get back is real. I've seen the get back so many times, and that's just what we got to remember as a black man in this society, this day and age. Right, about the awards, what happened at the award show, and you know, the racial slur and things like that, you know, I thought, I'm a content creator now anyway, so I have to react to these things, you know, especially when I have experienced it myself, you know, not in that way. And I have to also give the spiritual perspective of it. And I'm also going to give you like a personal life experience that I've never shared before. You know, I'm not really one to sit here and tell stories, but I feel like this one is important. Yeah, when I first saw the video, I laughed, I'm not gonna lie, because I've gone past that whole racism thing. I think I've gone numb to it because I've kind of come to the understanding of I'm not the issue, it's you. If that's how you feel towards me or someone like myself. And I just see it as, you know, just a way of triggering individuals. So I don't think people should get triggered by it. I don't think, you know, just to get you wound up. And it's definitely, I wouldn't agree as well to say that, oh yeah, because the person's not quite there within them, then they're allowed to, that's an excuse for them to react in that, to talk like that. No, I definitely don't believe that. When we all go to doctors, right, they always ask us, do you suffer from this sort of thing? And does it run in a family, or is anyone down your bloodline suffered from this or anything like that? So when we understand that certain types of disabilities or disease or certain things that might be wrong with us, there's a possibility that it might have come somewhere in our bloodline, then why is it hard for people to just look at the situation and be like, hold on, what came out of his mouth is something that we all know was, you know, heavy. It happened heavy in, you know, slavery, in the slavery times and things like that. And you got to realize we all come from somewhere. So the same way how the doctors ask, you know what, if this is what's wrong with you, is there a possibility that it came down from your bloodline, right? We got to ask as well with this guy or people like that is, if that's what's coming out of your mouth, yeah, spiritually, that must have come from somewhere, you know, somewhere down the line, your bloodline. You don't, your parents, your grandparents, someone was raised, someone done something and, you know, participated probably in a slavery thing and done something with the slaves, and you're facing a judgment for it. And this is what's coming out of your mouth around the same time that, you know, that type of person is up there feeling good about themselves, and then you want to bring out that word with them, you know. So we got the right to ask that, yo, like, someone down the line must have been racist for you to, let's not be fools here, yeah. Racism still exists, you know. And I'm going to give you lot life experience for myself as well. Don't just think that racism is ancient and it's all done away with. No, it's not. Like, it hasn't vanished. You don't think these things that's happened before is just vanished, you know, the spirit is just gone. No, there are descendants that still have these things in their bloodline. Do you get what I'm saying? That's why it's uncontrollable, and he's able to speak in such way at such an event around that time, you know, that specific time. Who knows, it could have been one of his ancestors just manifesting, you know what I'm saying? On a serious note, I'm gonna give you lot a life experience that happened to me as well. And around this time, that's when I realized that, look, that's what I was gonna say as well. The people of importance, they're in on it as well, you know, because certain things didn't get allowed to be aired, and certain things got allowed to be aired. And one thing we got to realize about the times that we're living in, certain things are being pushed forward, and certain things, truths, are being oppressed. It's oppressed or suppressed. But yeah, so certain things are allowed to go through, certain things are just not. And that's just the times we're living in, unfortunately. It's just the game that we're in. Do you get what I'm saying? So when I was in prison, this is years back, when I was in prison and I was doing time, I was in a dungeon. Like I was in on a terrible wing. Wing is basically, you know, the parts of the different parts of the prison. And the wing that I was on, it was just, there weren't much to do, you know. It was a BCAT prison. So yeah, they just weren't, and I was trying to get over to the better wing. Do you get what I'm saying? To the better, it was a different part of the prison, but it was still within that prison. So that part there was more for, like, you had more freedom to do whatever, you know. They just had, it was just better. It was like, you know, you can go on the phone. It was like a university dormitory, if that's a word. It's a dormitory, innit? That's what they call them, I think. The different segments of the uni where people stay in that. So it was like that. It was like six. It'll be about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'll be about 10 cells within a segment, you know, and then another 10 cells within the next segment. Then there's a gate and another 10 set. You know what I'm saying? And then those 10 cells will be able to have the phone to themselves, you know, have 2 showers to themselves, and, you know, just things like that. And then you just have your door open, you can do whatever you want to do. So that's the part of the prison that I wanted to get to. And obviously they had enough of me over at the wing that I was on. And then it was like, you know what, let's just put this guy over there, innit? Like, because he's been asking to go over there, innit, for a while. So they put me over on a good side now. I was like, yes, right. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to keep my head down, behave and everything. And then I remember, obviously, I saw a few people started gathering up against me. And literally, I was just minding my business. But so 1, 2 things started happening. And the point where I had enough was when, you know, must have come back from a lesson or work or something like that. Then I was going back to my cell, and then I saw, you know, the PG tips, you know, the monkey from the PG tip advert. So someone must have cut the PG tip box, cut that off, and then they must have put it on my bed, because when I came back, because remember, our cell doors could just be open and things like that. And I had a padmate. I had a cellmate, yeah, I think it was two of us. So I had a cellmate, so obviously when I'm away, he's probably left the cell door open and went to shower. You know what I'm saying? Everyone should be cool anyway on that landing. So I come back to my room now, and I'm seeing the PG tip thing on my bed, and it must have written my name on it. But it's like they're trying to say that man's obviously that monkey, man's a monkey and that. And the ratio on that landing, I'll say I was like the only black person there. There was about, I was the second black person there. There was another black person there, but he was more with them. He was from their area, out of London, them times. So he was a bit of a, what do you call them people? I forgot what they call them, Milky Way, or whatever you call them, man. There. So, you know, the man that just, you know, the more they don't really know who they are. Do you get what I'm saying? So 1 or 2 things started happening, and I was like, all right, cool. And then there was a day where I had enough in it. So I think it was that day anyway. And I got up, went out of my cell, and most of them, they were chilling. They were waiting in that cell, and it's chilling in their cell. One of the main guys' cell, one white guy, I think he was there with his brother, and there was a few of them. So I came in there, I knocked on their thing. No, actually it was open a bit, because they were in there chilling. So I went to the door, so I opened, came in, and then there was about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there was probably about 5 at least in there. And I was like, obviously just what is it? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, have you got a problem? Say it now and things like that. Like, who put that on my bed and things like that? You know, I'm just here. I'm just standing up. I don't even know what came over me, but I was just like, no, like this is wrong. Do you get what I'm saying? So went in the cell. Boom. Everyone, they didn't want it. No one said anything. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's just what I want to remind us as well as a black man. That are like, let me forget about this. I'm just talking to the black men on this specific part of the video. To the black men who, you know, you are powerful, especially if you roll with integrity and you're an honest person. You know what I'm saying? God's got you. Them times there, I didn't even know God like that. Do you get what I'm saying? But because I walk with integrity and honesty and things like that, things that a real man should be walking around with. People, it's not even people, the spirit that's in them, whatever influenced them to do whatever or try and come up against you, it will have to bow down. I walked in that room, I didn't even plan for it to go. Like, I was just like, I just got up, went in the room, in the cell. There's about 5 people in that cell, and I was just like, what is it? Nobody said anything. Nobody said anything. And I walked back out there. Nothing happened to me. Do you get it? And that's why I just want to show people that don't think that when you watch these celebrities and these people that are going on them stages and certain people are opening their mouth and saying certain things, just know that these people that are going on the stage, they don't walk with integrity and with the power of God like that. Yeah, they'll be on stage and they'll be like, oh yeah, thank God, praise God, thank God. If it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be here. But then they get violated spiritually. Nah, that's not going on over on this side. You know, and that's what we got to realize, that don't be walking around thinking that, you know, oh, these people, they're saying this and they're doing this and they're coming against me, and forget all that. You just stand firm and go for it, and trust me, God's gonna make a way for you. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, so I stood up, went, and then, but my story is a bit mad because my one now, what ended up happening is the next day now, I think I went to the gym. No one's really saying nothing. Everyone's minding their business. I went to the gym, and then I was coming back, went in the shower. You know, when you just come from the gym, you're hot, and I'm going in the shower and I'm sweating, and then the govs, they come to me at the shower and they're like, oh, Chris, you have to get out of the shower. They said, when you get out of the shower, we need you to pack your stuff and we're going to move you back to the other side. And I was like, what? Why are you moving? I was like, what did I do? And they were like, oh, security reasons. And that's another thing. Them times, I don't know how it is now, but them times when they say security reasons, they don't have to give you a reason. That is it. That's enough. Like, security reasons will get you moved, and they don't have to tell you maybe till later on, but you have to move. There's nothing you can do about it. So I was just like, what security reasons? So security risk. So what did I do that's a security risk? I was literally minding my business. Obviously I didn't say that to them, but I was thinking in my head, like, the only thing that's happened is I've been racially abused in a way, and people have been targeting me. I haven't said nothing to the govs. I walked up to these lot cell who seemed to have a problem with me. I haven't threatened no one. I've come in the cell, no one said nothing. There's about 5 people in that cell. Then the next day, I'm the one that's getting moved back to the dungeon. So that's what I just want to say. These people, they're scared, they're shook. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's just that's the most important message I wanted to share. They are shook. They're scared of what you can do. It's not even about the color of your skin. I'm just gonna say, if anyone out there acts like this guy acts when you're up there doing something great, they're scared of your greatness. Do you get what I'm saying? And these people, when I got moved from one place to that place there, they thought they could get away with just doing certain things. And then when they saw that I stood up, I don't know what energy they must have felt in that room when I came in, but they were shook. They didn't say nothing. They didn't do nothing. And then the next day, someone must have said something to the govs, because all of a sudden, I got moved back, you know. But everything happens for a reason anyway, you know what I'm saying? But that's just the message I wanted to share on this video.